Hey there, YouTuber. So I thought I would try some overclock settings. Now I've been screwing around with this, pushed it pretty hard, ended up getting blue screen errors, but I think we'll use Tom's hardware settings here. Looks simple enough. Um, so I agree. Now, in case you don't know, 6 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores. And in their settings, they're suggesting 5.6 on all the P cores, right? So that's a 56x multiplier. And actually easier to do the bottom one because it'll change all the ones up top. So we'll change that. And then it said 42x down here. Actually, it didn't say 42, 4. We'll fix that in a second. 1.33 V core. Let's go back. You're in the wrong direction. Get it together. Oh, sorry. Forgot the top one. Changes those. We haven't messed with these too much lately. Last 6 months, I'd say. All right, so we got this set, right? Then up here, they had said 1.33 V core. All right, so we'll do that next. All right, so we'll come up here. 1.33. It's going to take a while to get there. And folks, that's all they have on there. There's that. We have additionally power limit set to unlimited. So let's start with our benchmark in here. Pray this thing can handle it. Otherwise, we should have did the stress test. So temps, not too ridiculous, right? Now I do have the Thermalright Frost Commander 140 on here. We haven't had any problems with this CPU really as far as heat goes. All right, that is actually the hottest I've gotten this with the CPU cooler, as well as we have the Thermalright CPU frame on here. And I believe this time I did a better job installing it. So you see what we had there. Let's look at this. 170. I think that is close to the most watts I have gotten out of this CPU. Of course, the i7 13700K is a monster compared to what this thing does. All right, so there's that. We'll do R20. And of course, you know, you can fine tune all these things. Maybe you find a better score. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and run this one. I don't know if Tom's Hardware has a video demonstrating them getting these what the scores are with those benchmarks, but you obviously know where I got my overclock settings this time, right? Now, we'll say I had much higher maximum frequency, and I won't tell you what my settings were. They were a little ridiculous. But yeah, that score crushed my score. Even with me having my really high max frequency, that is just that destroyed it. Oh my God. It's not 10% greater, but 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there, right? It's pretty darn good. So next, might as well do Cinebench R23. And hopefully, folks, I will not fall asleep on y'all. Now, with this one, guess what? We'll pull up hardware info 64 for y'all. This may, between having XTU and that open, may cause a slight decrease. This is my highest score. I got to tell you, we're going to move into second place on this ranking, which, you know, isn't as good as being in first place with the i7 13700K or the i9 13900K. But second place is pretty nice, right? So let's make sure that this is reset. Hit run here. This is going to take 10 minutes. I will mute the mic because, quite honestly, I'm sure most of you do not want to listen to me for 10 straight minutes. All right, so we probably have one more iteration after this one to go. Now, hopefully you noticed during the video we switched our stats. You can see the VRM temps now, and as well as you can still see CPU temp. I am curious, after having done this, how much more, could be gotten out of this CPU with the current CPU cooler, or if I switch back to the D15, or excuse me, D15's on the i7 13700K, but if I put the Noctua D15 on here, you see the score, humongous difference as far as I'm concerned. Solidly in second place on this, right, for the ones that we've tested on this motherboard with this, actually it's the drive source, the info, so there aren't any actual other ones on here of mine, so this is against, traditional historical values, we'll say. But you also got to see, what the CPU fans were cranking to, max 1856 RPM. I have to go look. We should be able to find some performance fans that would get that even higher. Now, I used the Thermalright CPU paste on this. Did not use the Noctua. With the one of the better CPU coolers I have, the Ice Giant, that has Thermal Grizzly paste with it. Thought about using it here, but we'll just put that on that eventually. So the next time you see this, a benchmark with this CPU from me, most likely it'll be because we pushed it a little harder. Maybe we got a slightly better CPU cooler. Hell, maybe I put this thing outside. Maybe I put the computer on the windowsill and open it up when it's 30 degrees outside. Whatever it may be. I don't know how many more of these benchmarks we'll do from in here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for checking it out. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.